My first tip is to complete all the quests that you can.
What?
There's a few quests such as like defeating some giants. This is kind of difficult, but you can get it done with a help of some people, but not talking about those. Not sure if people notice, but if you look at the quests that you just got or are about to get, you're gonna notice that in the quest menu, it tells you the level you have to at least be in order to start the quest. So it's gonna be a certain level you have to reach. Once you reach it, then the quest is available to you. So if you're in that situation, I suggest that you try to complete that quest the best way you can. And I'm not too sure if people watched my first episode of this series, but I gave a tip that when I am fighting, I try to pick up all the quest items before I even get to quests later on in the future. And if you're not sure about which quest items that you should be focusing on, there is a Flyff wiki page that gives you a guide of like what to expect, and I would say a quick little breakdown of Flyff and all these other jazz and stuff like that. So if you want to, cool. Or there's other YouTubers on here that has other tutorials and walkthroughs as well. So we have a lot of resources because back then we had none of that. Like nothing. It was a war zone. I'm just kidding. I'm being extra.
We don't care.
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
You first start the quest, especially at the beginning, like when you're first allowed to pick up a quest, it's a lot of experience points that you can get, especially starting out at the recommended level to start the quest, for example. So if a quest started at level 7, I highly suggest that you jump on that and capitalize that on that level 7 quest, because you get the maximum a lot of experience to complete that quest. And if you're able to collect the items or do something before that quest, by the time it gets there, you can get all those experience points and you can level up a little bit faster. That's just my thing. I know some people can't because you fight for so long that by the time you get all the quest items, you're already like level 8 and you started quest at level 7. So I get it. So if you possibly can just try to start the quest right at when you're allowed to start it, for example. So when the quest is available, as soon as it's available, just hop on it, capitalize it, and get all the experience points that you need. My next tip is pick up all of the quest items that that you're going to need in the future. So a lot of the people I come across on Flyff, on a chat menu, people private message me because I have it allowed on my character, but I notice a lot of people, they have like 2nd, 3rd, 4th characters. So a lot of people on here is pretty familiar with like how everything goes, how to level up, how to complete quests. Everybody knows. I haven't seen a lot of newbies on Flyff. I would say, especially to the ones that's like me that have like a few characters over here now and then, I would say if you know.
An hour later.
Okay, take 2. I don't know what happened right there. Anyway, take 7. So if you this is terrible. Picking up the quest items ahead of time is going to save a lot of time and is going to help prevent you leveling up before the quest is even over, because you want to get all the experience points that you need. Like, who doesn't want that? Maximum allotted. Jeez Louise, allotted. Jeez. Yeah, allotted. Yeah, allotted. Sound like Aladdin for a second. Experience points that you can get after you complete your quest. My third tip is you can fight in a party. If you don't want to do any quests, you just want to fight and get out there, you can easily join a party, which I kind of do later on, especially when there are periods where I don't have quests to do, because there will be droughts in this game. You will have periods where there's no quests to do, so you're just gonna have to level up and fight and make some friends. So you can start one yourself. I will show one later on in my playthrough on how to start a party or how to join a party and all this stuff, but I'll show you later. Tip 4 is my other go-to besides the quest, because the quest gives you the most skill points at one time and it gives you the most money at one time. I'm not sure anybody noticed that, but you get a lot of money compared to, you know, the money that the enemies drop. You get way more money doing the quest. I'm just saying. Anyway, so my go-to is fighting people who are not people, enemies, but fighting enemies 2 to 3 levels above me, because I get more experience points as well. And I normally make sure that I have a lot of food with me if I have somebody online that's like an assist and they're bored, they don't want to do anything, just want to, you know, just get online and like play some Flyff, then I have them accompany me and we just go ahead and, you know, fight enemies that's like a few levels above me and we just go through the motions. But if you don't want to have somebody assist you, or you don't have somebody to assist you, then I make sure that you fill up on your MP potions, your FP potions, or what's called vitamins, whatever, and the food as well, because, you know, depending on how you distribute your stats and distribute your skill points, you may get, you know, hit a good bit or you might not. Last tip is, a lot of people don't pay attention to this because, you know, they just get on randomly, they don't coordinate, and it's totally understandable. You know, when people are bored, they want to do something, they just hop on and play something. But there are times, especially on the weekends and at night, there's times where Flyff gives extra experience on top of, you know, the experience you get from the enemies that you killed. So sometimes there's like 1.5 times the experience, sometimes it's like twice the experience, and it happens on the weekends and like at night and stuff like that. So I would say take an opportunity at night, especially on the weekends, especially when they're having like extra experience going on, to just jump on that because it's pretty useful and it helps you level up a little bit faster. Those are my 5 tips. Remember to try to complete all the quests as soon as they're available. Pick up all of the items before the quests even start. You can fight in a large party with other players. You can fight the 2, 3, whatever levels above you. You know, I don't want you to die and get messed up. And the last thing is to capitalize on the extra experience events on Flyff, which normally occurs at night and on the weekends, especially. Definitely weekends. I see it a lot on the weekends, which I am playing right now. So thank you so much for watching the video. I hope I didn't bore you too much. Hope you learned something today, and stay tuned because I have a lot of Flyff videos to post.